I used to live in a loft in Williamsburg with my girlfriend, who's now my wife. I was just feeling kind of like everything I'd tried hasn't worked. I was seeing a lot of people around me being very successful, doing the things I wanted to do, and it was easy for them, and I wasn't finding it easy. So I was like, what's wrong? And she made the suggestion, well, you know, you kind of like to write, you kind of like to make music. You're not really good at either on their own terms, but maybe you could somehow find the middle ground. Try out radio. So I went and I volunteered for a year, making no money, working odd jobs when I could to sort of support myself, and feeling really crappy the whole time, you know, like feeling like, I'm not, like, there's no career in this, but it's fun. It somehow turned out to be more interesting than I expected. It was like this little arrow that pointed me in a direction, and I was like, oh, I'll just follow that.
The road to success can sometimes have bumps along the way. Road Trip Nation has interviewed countless leaders around the world. Check out what they have to say about the importance of making it work.
Unless someone's handing you something right after you get out of school, it's going to be tough for the first couple years.
I've slept in every rest stop along the Jersey Turnpike. I had an alarm clock, a comforter, and a pillow in the back. I put my seat on recline. I had a portable toothbrush. I would take a bird bath in the bathroom. I would show up at the radio station here in New York, and I would do my shift.
I ate, you know, in rotation, you know, tomato soup and SpaghettiOs and tuna fish every day for a year.
Average day, I do 18 to 20 hour days.
Whenever I was up at 3 in the morning editing my book, it's like I knew there was somebody else out there, the same ambition, editing their book.
I used to sit in my dorm my freshman year. I was so afraid to leave to go brush my teeth that I would wait until I heard everyone was sleeping at like 2:30, 3 a.m. just to go brush my teeth so I can run back into my room. I was like petrified of people. But I did have my dream of being a broadcaster, and that's what, you know, kept me on my path.
I remember my dad came out, it was 1965, and you know, I wasn't making much money and I wasn't having a whole lot of success. And he says, you know, what are you doing? He said, you know, do you want to do this or not? He says, because if you want to do it, you've got to say to yourself, being a photographer that is, he says, you got to say to yourself, you're going to do it 100% of the time no matter what it takes, and really, really try until either it doesn't work or it does work.
You might live in an apartment that is the size of this. You know, you might not be able to afford to buy clothes. None of that stuff is important in your grinding years. The things that you learn about yourself on the way are the most important things.
You know, as far as like work and work ethic, you know, you have to work hard, you know what I mean? Like, always work hard. Don't expect anybody to give you anything.
If it's something you're thinking about, do it. Find a way to do it. You're going to have to get another job to pay your bills. You're going to have to get another job to pay off your loans, make your family happy, whatever. But it's your life, you know, and if it's something you want to see it through, then you need to do it. You need to get in there and find a way to do it. You're probably going to do it for free. You're probably going to struggle. It's going to be even harder. You think you got pressures now, add trying to dabble and seeing if you got something, but you're just going to have to add to it. You can do it now.
If you think of your situation as being like a tripod on 3 legs that hit the ground, and each of those legs has a name, and one of them is luck, the other one is talent, and the other one is hard work. Although one of those things will get you into a situation, as quickly as possible, you have to get another one of those tripod legs on the ground.
One thing that does give me satisfaction when I sit back and think about like what could have happened, you know, what if I just got a job doing something that I didn't enjoy, and, you know, kind of like stayed back in Boston and was with the guys that I grew up with, and, you know, and didn't really evolve and grow and change and be the person I could have been. That gives me satisfaction when I look back and go, wow, I don't even really work, you know, I'm doing what I love to do. It's fun.
Like anything else in life, it's a huge roller coaster, right? There'll be high times, low times, happy times, sad times.
will.i.am wore my shoe to, I think, the BET Awards. The shoe got on display at the DNC. And then like the first big thing that happened was the Smithsonian emailing me, and I thought it was a joke. I would say, no, I had to call the lady and was like, are you serious? You want my shoe in the largest museum in the world? Like, I painted tennis shoe that I did. And she was like, yes, we want it, it's beautiful. And I cried. I was like, I was almost homeless in January. Like had I quit a month before I made that shoe, if I quit an hour before I made that shoe and decided I'm just gonna forget about art and this would never happen. Like I could have quit. I was about to be kicked out my house and I didn't quit, and then look what happened.
The UG named me like Reporter of the Year last year, and I can't believe it. I can't believe that I'm getting to do exactly what I wanted to do. I'm seriously living my dream. You see, I'm getting emotional because I really didn't think this was going to happen, and it's happening. So to you guys, I say just keep fighting, keep doing your thing.